Now continue with the next topic. Good morning to all of you. After that, how does CPU perform? How does CPU work? The next topic we continue today. This is the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM stands for a read-only memory. Everyone learn the full form of a short form. RAM stands for or ROM stands for. ROM stands for a read-only memory, and ROM is a part of the computer main memory. It's a part of main memory, computer main memory, and it is a permanently. Why? Because it will be a store system software or system program and control programs inside the system, that is in a booting up the variety of function with the help of a ROM to be performed by the read-only memory. This is a permanent memory and non-volatile memory also called, because the system software and the control all to be stored in the ROM, and variety of function performed by the software, by the system software. That's why it's a non-volatile memory. Now next is the random access memory, RAM. Learn again full form, random access memory. It also called temporary memory and the volatile memory. Why? And why? Because the RAM is used to hold active functions that to be performed by the users, that you have sometimes you enter the data or give the instruction to the computer, means that active function hold in the random access memory. When in between the time the any type of a power supply interrupt or switch off, your data will be deleted, data will be lost. That's why it's called a volatile memory. I hope you all are understand what is the ROM and what is the RAM. Now come to the next point. What is the main part of the CPU? What is the main part of the CPU and how the functions perform? Already discussed the function of the CPU component, but in detail we discuss now. The CPU components means CPU consists of ALU. Again tell you learn the full form of these short form. ALU stand for arithmetic logic unit, and CU control unit, and third one is main memory, MU. And what is the function of the CPU? Function of CPU, it consists a sequence of the operations within a computer. Means so many tasks we perform by the users, and it will be enter data or any type of give the instruction to the computer and control the sequence of operation done by CPU, and also give the command to other parts that will be given by the CU, means commands to be controlled and flow the data to be controlled by CU and pass to the ALU and sometimes to the memory unit. And another one task, control the main memory for storing the data and instructions. Sometimes if you want to store the data permanently, it to be performed by the main memory, CU, memory unit. I hope you all are understand whatever the function done by the CPU. And then it is the important part of the computer system, also says a processing unit. Now next question arises, and what are the jobs of ALU and CU and MU? But when I have explained the topic is the diagram that explain all the topics, what the function of ALU, what is the function of CU, and what the function of memory unit. But now in detail we read out and understand the topic. ALU perform all the calculation and comparison done by this unit. Means first of all, from the input unit we give the information or they send the information to computer that come to the CU, and CU control the flow the data pass to the ALU if any type of calculation to perform by the ALU. Next come back to the again CU, that to be a data come back to the CU, and CU check if the input device to the memory and then from the memory to output device. If sometimes the data to be saved by the user, that to be going to the MU part. If don't to be saved, directly go to the output device. Whatever you want done by the user, that performed by the control flow by the CU. Always remember that the word is control the flow of data, that is done by CU, and all calculation and comparison done by the ALU. And in memory unit, agar if the word is here, store the data in the term of bytes, that function done by the MU, that is performed by these components in the CPU. Now next question arises, we already know कि data to be stored, but which term to be data stored? Like in real life, we already know, we go to the market and buy milk, that will be come in a ml and kilo, and then then 2 kilos, and then another one, and sometime to be buy the clothes, that in a meter, centimeter, and then according to that memory also measure. Memory should also be measured in the some point of units. One is like a bit called the binary digit. Byte are the different type of bytes, like a kilobytes, the less memory of data to be stored. Megabyte, more data to be stored in a megabytes. Gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabyte, zettabytes, and yottabytes. These are the different measurements of a data units in a memory, means how many data to be saved in a memory with the help of we count in these type of bytes. Okay. Now next question arises, arrange the following memory with according to their capacity. How to be write down store according to ascending order? First of all, we know about this. Smallest memory, no, and then biggest, and then another one in increasing order. First of all, the first is the memory is bit. We already discussed here. Bit, that is a elementary unit of the memory, is a bit, a single unit, single character, single letter to be stored in a bit, like a elementary unit. Next one, nibble, a group of 4 bits, means 4 character, like I write here is a word A, B, and C and D. These are the 4 characters and 4 bits to be stored. Group of 4 bits is called a nibble, that memory to be measured with the help of nibble. And 8 characters, group of 8 characters or a 8 bit are stored as a byte. It will be, we just say that to be data store of 1 byte. 1 byte store 4 bit. Mean if I write a word letter Seema, SEEMA, and then another 1 point is I write AGH. Means these are the 8 character, 8 bits to be stored as a 1 byte. Now these are the measurement, means smallest, another increase order to be according to their capacity. Then come to the next point, to the another memory unit, like one is, we discuss is the kilobyte. 1 kilobyte store 1025 bytes, means 1024 character, and then 1 megabyte store the 1024 kilobytes, and many more. These are the maximum is a gigabyte, that store the 1024 exabyte. This is the large memory to be stored in a computer system, means many more data to be stored in your computer system. And then in another first earlier topic, we already discussed what is the primary memory, what is the secondary memory. Primary memory, again we have explained today, a temporary memory. It also known as temporary memory. It cannot hold the data where there in any kind of disturbance in power supply. Data to be lost as like as a RAM. Now secondary memory, if sometimes to be data to be stored, just like by the user, save as the file and write a name, it will be go to the hard disk, whichever you want to save in a hard disk, where you want to save, sometimes in CD, sometimes in a DVD, sometimes in a pen drive. These are the secondary storage device, are the permanent data storage memory, and also called the non-volatile, because data to be stored, and whenever you want in future you will be open your file from these drive or any type of a folder and then access easily. Now Next question arises that the different type of a software. Already discussed, I think so, in earlier points. The different type of a softwares are application software and then system software. Application software to perform for us some certain topics. A certain topic means a specific task to be done by the application software. Now next part is the system software. System software, that is the computer program that to be a interact with the user, and then computer software. This is done by the system software, that interface between the user and the computer hardware. These are the different type of software. I hope you all are understand whatever I explained today in detail. These are the some certain topic: ROM, RAM, function of the CPU, and then what are the components, jobs, CPU components are perform functions, and the memory unit according to their capacity, and then different type of software, different type of memory, and different type of software. Okay, thank you so much. All of you write down these notes in fair copy. If any query, come in a virtual class and then ask.